Hey team, what's going on? It's ATM and the ATM squad, where it's all about time and money, all things money. We always talking money on the channel. Listen, before we get started, I need you guys to like, share, subscribe to the channel, press that notification bell, and let me know what you think by leaving a comment down below. Look, today we're going to talk about why I decided to pay my house off early. All right, and so it was a couple of reasons, about three main reasons why I decided to pay off the house early. So number one, it was a goal that we set from the beginning when I first purchased the home. My goal was to get the home paid off in under 15 years. And that's what I wanted to do, just for the challenge of it, just to see if I can actually get it done. Well, we end up paying the house off in 8 years and 10 months, right? We paid it off, fully paid it off 8 years and 10 months. And so that one goal was accomplished. It was one of those deals to where as though I just set the goal. I said I wanted to see if I can get it done. And so we worked and we put a plan in place in order to get that done, and we made it happen. The second reason was I wanted to know what it was like to live totally debt free, right? I didn't like owing people money. I hate debt with a passion because I believe it's a crippler. It cripples your ability to build wealth, right? So I wanted to eliminate any and all debt to include the mortgage, which was the only remaining debt that I had. And so I wanted to know what it was like to live mortgage free, without a mortgage, without owing anybody money, and really be able to just enjoy the freedom of, not owing anybody. So that was the second reason. The third reason for wanting to pay the house off early is because I had rented the house out. And so I wanted to enjoy the immediate cash flow of that rental property, right? I wanted to enjoy, getting that money and not having to actually pay it to the mortgage company, but it stays in my pocket. So to be able to free up, to be able to keep and to make, an additional 15 or however much, we're bringing in from that house every single month, it was a blessing. It is a blessing because now that's additional money that you can put towards other investments, or you can allocate that money towards your other goals and dreams that you may have. And so those are the three primary reasons why I decided to pay the house off early. It was to accomplish a goal that I had established, that I set to accomplish, and I wanted to know if I can get it done, and I wanted to prove to myself that I can get it done. Number two is I wanted to be able to live totally debt free. I wanted to know what it was like to be totally debt free, to include a mortgage, right? And number three, I wanted to enjoy the immediate cash flow that rental property brings every single month. Those were the primary reasons why I decided to pay the house off early. Now, you may be asking yourself, should I pay my house off early? Should I do this? Should I do? You have to figure out what your plan is. But I would always recommend for your primary residence, if it's a place that you're actually living at, and that you plan on keeping, as a primary residence, I would always recommend that you pay that thing off as quick as possible. Why? Because then it frees up income every single month that you're not actually paying to a mortgage company. So you keep that money in your pocket, and you can use that towards the things that you desire to use it for, but it stays with you. So hopefully that helps somebody. Again, this is the reasons why I decided to pay my house off early. I had a lot of people when I posted it up on Facebook and in a couple of groups that I was in. Of course, congratulations came, but some people was asking me, hey, what'd you do that for? You could have did this, you could have did that. And those, the information they was providing to me was actually good information that I could have taken advantage of at the time, right? But again, the number one goal for me, I wasn't thinking on that level at the time. I was just thinking, hey, I wanted to pay this thing off because I set a goal. I wanted to be debt free, and I wanted to enjoy the immediate income, the cash flow that I was getting off of that property every single month. I wanted that money to come into my pocket every single month. And so, but I was thankful that I paid it off because in 2020, not knowing that this pandemic was going to take place, the pandemic took place, right? And so the people that I had renting that house out, they lost their job, so their income stopped coming in. They couldn't make their mortgage payment for a couple of months. Eventually, they moved out. They had to move out and relocated to a different location, getting a different job. And it was their actual choice. I wasn't there to push them out, but they just decided to relocate. So they moved out. So for a couple of months, they couldn't pay the mortgage. They couldn't make the payments. And for the months that the house was vacant, right? The great part was that we didn't owe any money on the home, right? The house was paid off. So it wasn't really a financial hardship for myself and my wife at the time, right? It might have been a little frustrating, but it wasn't a financial hardship. We didn't owe any money. So all we did was, we went in, sent the team in to replace the carpet, put some new paint on the walls, fix the things that we needed to fix in the house, and put it back on the market until we got some new tenants inside the home. And so again, having that paid off home at the time was a real blessing for us because again, we didn't owe anybody any money. So even if that thing would have went vacant for 6 months, which I wouldn't have enjoyed it, I would love to have tenants in there consistently. But if it was vacant for 6 months, if it was vacant for a year, it really wouldn't be a financial hardship as it would be if we owed a mortgage on the property, right? So again, that's why I was thankful when we paid it off, because it just confirmed that, listen, I stuck with the goal that I had. I stuck with things that I wanted to get done, and we got the house paid off. And then eventually we did some other stuff, and we took some advice from some other people, and we made some things happen, again, that we was able to get done. And we'll talk about that later in another video. But I just wanted to put that out there. Those are the reasons why we decided to pay the house off early. And I'm thankful that we actually made that decision. And it was a blessing, right? So if there's something that you're looking to do, if it's your primary residence, if you planning to stay in it for a long term and really that's your, so to speak, forever home, then go ahead and get it paid off as quick as possible so you can free up that immediate cash and it goes in your pocket every single month. Also, remember, we're still doing the March Money Madness Challenge, right? $350 for the month of March. We are right now in the final four. If you're not caught up what we're doing for the challenge, go back and look at some of my previous videos. It talks about it. But right now we're in the final four between the 27th and the 30th of March. We putting in this $4 per day. On the 31st of March, we putting in $14. That's our championship day, capping us off at $350. Right now, as of today, we should have a total of $324 actually saved up, right, from this challenge, going towards our $350 goal. So listen, if you haven't already join in with us on this challenge. Right now we're at $324. So go find $324. Go sell something, go cut some grass, go make it happen, and continue this challenge with us at $350 for the month of March. And then we're going to get into our April challenge in a couple of days. Listen, we like you. We love you. We want some more of you. Let's go make this thing happen. Let's become great. Let's go do something big in your financial situation this year. We're so proud to be your teammates. And we'll see you guys at the top.